Hi and welcome to the mix room. This is Dami. If you are the type to struggle with mixing vocals, this is the right video for you. This song basically has the vocal and then the piano in the background playing. So we need to make sure that we mix this well. Want the vocal to stay up front, up tight, and also play with some maybe reverb to give the vocal space in the mix if it's needed. All right, without wasting much time, let's jump right in. Here is the piano track and here is the vocal track. So I'm going to play a bit of that so you can hear what the vocal sounds like.
Came along at a moment when I thought it was over for me. I had no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand.
All right, so I'm gonna play it again, and I might start making some changes. Let me think of what do I need to do to this? This is the VMR right here. This is just to add some little bit of grit saturation, which is great. We're already getting some from the mix bus because I have Bliss right here. Bliss just 50%. Bliss is a game changer, right? Watch the video I did using Bliss across all the mixes. There's nothing like Bliss. All right, let's go back here. I'm gonna just play the vocal and let's hear it.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world. It was you. Came along at a moment when I thought it was.
All right, so let me just show you what I did. This has nothing to do with the vocal. This has a lot to do with the piano. I have this reverb here on the piano, even though I'm only using just about 20%. So that was pushing the piano, giving space around the piano. So I turned that off for now. The moment I did, you can hear the shift. Now the piano is all of a sudden forward. Now the piano is sitting well with the vocal, and I think I like it like that. We might just go dry on this, or we might go wet with reverb and all of that. So what I've just done here is just a little bit of saturation here on the vocal using the VCC channel.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world. It was you. Came along at a moment when I thought it was over for me.
You can hear a lot of the low mid on that vocal track. I like it in there. The way I see low mid on vocal most times is when it's present, it helps you feel as though the vocal is up front. So you have to keep that in mind. I know your top end brings things forward. It does. And when you remove top end 2K and above, it pushes things back. But you also have to think low end also can make things come forward and help you get that close proximity, while if it's not there, it sounds thin. Intentionally, sometimes I will add low end into some vocal tracks. But here what I'm hearing first of all is to clean up. Use a high pass filter on the low end to remove those, because it seems like I'm hearing something that is not adding anything, just to clean up that low end.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world.
I want to check around 400 to 600 area or 700 area. Seems like there is some honkiness around there. So I want to fetch for that, but I want to play it with the, because the goal of this channel is to help you here. I'm gonna play with the piano.
Came along
So I'm gonna dip it first.
at a moment when I thought it was over for me. I had no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along.
Okay. So I think it's around 400 and something. I'm gonna solo the vocal now. There's just something around maybe here, but when I put it around 444-ish there's some clarity to the vocal. So I'm gonna play the vocal track in solo, and we're gonna inspect that section.
Came along at a moment when I thought it was over for me. I had.
Let's go to, maybe I'm gonna have to just loop a section right there.
No more hope. Tears, the pain.
So that's what here, that's what we're going to remove. So you can see the approach there was, rather than boosting at first, the way to train is, let me cut it, and how does that make me feel when I cut that frequency? So the first thing is you're able to hear it. If you can hear it also, that is fine. But you can then, that's fine, I'll do that too, just boost it to find it. Now, when you hear stuff like this, you know, well, that doesn't sound good. So this is how you know, oh, I need to cut out this frequency because it doesn't sound really nice. In solo, by the way.
No more hope.
Right?
Tears, the pain.
Right. So let's dip that. And I'm dipping, let's see, maybe 5 dB, that's fine. The bell is not super wide. I can actually play with the Q, and let's hear it.
No more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but
now hearing more stuff, so we always gotta be, let's hear.
No more hope. Tears, the pain
Right there, 600
I
too.
felt was so strong, but no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but no more hope. Tears, the pain.
Another tool that I can use quickly on the top end mid-range right here will be Soothe 2, right? So around here, I want to just control some stuff.
No more hope.
There you go.
Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you say I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again.
Right. So another thing, what I've noticed is when singers are singing maybe on a low pitch and stuff, things can sound really nice. But you see, the moment the voice, they start singing on a higher octave basically tend to just introduce more harshness in a way, and it depends on the singer's voice as well. When she was singing around this section here, the 2K range sound okay, but the moment she started singing loud one and then a little bit louder and then higher octave, you can hear a lot of the nastiness around the mid-range. So that's what Soothe 2 is taking care for us. But I'm going to solo this section here with Soothe 2 off so you can hear what we're trying to fix, and then I'll bring it in.
You can live again.
Live. Before Soothe 2, let me go here. 2K range and 3K.
You can live again. You can live again.
So you see that the resonance bump right there. So that's around 2.4 kilohertz, right? SUF 2 is smart and would help us take care of that.
You can live again.
Right. So the point is why struggle to try to do it yourself. So I'm gonna bypass all we've done so far. We've only made few moves, but we're getting there. We've used 3 plugins.
And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live.
Okay, good. We've lost some volume, which makes sense because all we've been doing is basically just boosting, cutting rather than boosting. So let me play
And
that
you
again.
say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live.
All right. So the next thing I'm thinking of is I do not want to lose completely the low end, so I might go back here and adjust things or even boost. But I want to use I'm gonna bring C4 in. What I want to do with C4 maybe will be interesting. Try to control around the 200, but at the same time boost around that area. This is try and error. Let's play with the song.
At a moment when I thought it was over for me, I had no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand and you pulled me up. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again.
Okay, so I think that's fine for now. So I'm basically only tapping it a little bit, controlling it, and I'm boosting maybe 0.5 dB. Is that 0.5? About 0.6 in the low mid area. You can still hear a lot of the nastiness in the middle around 2K range, especially in this section here. So I will slightly adjust the multiband compressor, the band between 500 to 4K here and let it catch those things slightly rather than using EQ.
And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again.
Okay. Another quick tip right here. There are times that when I'm mixing and then everything else sounds good, but except for some phrases. Now, if I'm trying to, if only based off of this phrase right here, because I'm still hearing that mid-range nastiness going on. If I go make moves based off of that only, that's going to affect the rest of the vocal. So the thing that I do, two things you can do is automate it. But what I would do sometimes is I would just use the audio suite right here. So I select a region here in Pro Tools, go up to audio suite right here, and then maybe grab an equalizer. The one I love to use is really the HEQ. So just watch this, right? Then I'm going to play it. So it's playing this pre-processing, right? So you're hearing only the dry stuff. So I can go there, find that one frequency that is bugging me here. So I kind of boosted it so I can hear it. Then I will cut it. Sometimes I'm drastic on it, but let's say in this case just 6 dB or even more. Then I would render it. That's done. The way you can get it back is if you drag this, right? So you can still retrieve it.
And you say I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again.
So hope you can hear that, right? So just wanted to show you that tip, what you can do. If you don't want to automate, you can always do that. Now, a vocal, I need to play it with the piano. It's very necessary on songs like this. You don't want to mix everything in solo. Okay.
No more hope, tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand and you pulled me up. And you whispered in my ear. I heard you speak so clear. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again. You saved me. You saved me, build me up, you build me up. You are my everything. You are, you are, you are everything. You are my everything. My everything, my everything, you are to me.
Okay. We're getting there. We've not used like an active or an actual compressor. We've used a multiband targeting just some bands basically. And what I've done here is also I use the multiband as a form of EQ to basically push up about 0.8 dB here just to get some top end. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is maybe add a DSR here. Maybe not yet. I honestly think that we're there. Maybe I'm going to use a parallel compressor rather than using an actual compressor on the track for now, because I don't feel like I need an actual compressor. And as you can see, even from the waveform too, I don't know. I recorded this vocal. It's been a long time, many years ago actually. If I had processed this before, I'm not even sure. All right, so parallel compressor here. I have the CLA 76 here. I'll try the blue and black. Why do I want to use this? I want to bring the vocal forward more using parallel compression. This is my send right here.
No more hope.
All right, let me make sure things are routed. Okay.
No more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand and you pulled me up. and you whispered in my ear. I heard you speak so clear. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again. You saved me. You saved me.
Bypass.
Build me up, you build me up. You are my everything. You are, you are, you are. Everything you are my everything. My everything, my everything. You are to me. You inspire me.
Okay. All right. So I think that's good. No major EQ. I can try on here. That's kind of what I'm hearing. I would love to try the reviver. It would be nice to put it after the chain, but I'll try it at the beginning. That's okay. Reviver just the top end. Because I want that sparkle in the top end, and I know reviver is good. So I'll be drastic with it, and then we can pull it down. If not, I have another plugin I'll try.
And you whispered in my ear. I heard you speak so clear. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live.
If I want to try it, I'm going to try it after.
And you whispered in my ear. I heard you speak so clear. And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again. You saved me. You saved me. Build me up, you build me up. You are my everything.
And I'm going to get a de-esser.
You are, you are, you are. Everything you are my everything. My everything, my everything. You are to me. You are to me. Came along at a moment when I thought it was over for me. I had no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand and you pulled me up. And you whispered in my ear. I heard you speak so clear.
Let's hear it now.
And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again. You saved me. You saved me. Build me up, you build me up.
Okay. All right. I think maybe this I think we're good. This kind of song now depends on the artist's taste. That will determine the really two approach, right? If they want reverb heavy, no, well, I mean, not like heavy, but reverb in there to give it some space. That's gonna be what I'm gonna do next, on this song. But if it's just dry as it is right now, let's think of it as okay. The artist want this dry, so I'm gonna listen maybe from here to see do we capture that.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world.
I'm gonna bypass.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world. Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world.
You hear the chose? I had to adjust the DS because that was pretty.
Can't believe you chose me out of all the people in the world. It was you who came along at a moment when I thought it was over for me. I had no more hope. Tears, the pain I felt was so strong, but then you came along. You took my hand and you pulled me up and you whispered in my ear. I heard you. I heard you speak so clear.
Let's hear this part now.
And you say, I can live, I can live, I can live, I can live. You can live again.
All right, so you probably heard the change in the sound stage, and what I did was I could hear that if we're going dry, the piano is way too wide, right? It's like the piano is living in a la la land, in a land completely by itself, and then the vocal is right here. They're not working together. So what I did is I basically kind of just panned it in. That way, it's focused. The piano is around the vocal, not far away from the vocal. If this is the sound we're going for, this is what I'll do to the piano. I'll fine tune it more, compress it more, especially, or adjust the volume in this section right here to control it so it's not clashing with the vocal. Because I want it to be dynamic as well. Because even on the piano, I wasn't compressing much at all.
No more hope.
As you can see, right? Actually, barely compressing
Tears, the
anything.
pain I felt was so strong, but
Just to keep everything natural. So that's what I'll do. As soon as I brought it in, it felt the way it's working together. So this is my approach to this vocal right here. And I would maybe do it in a different video where we'll take a different approach to it, adding effect to vocals. So definitely you should stay tuned for that video. So stay tuned and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe, and also in the description, in the comment section below, put in any question you have or any thoughts. Thank you so much again. I'll see you later. Bye.